Hi Scorpio, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Scorpios, until the 28th, we have all planets that are going direct. We have Uranus, Saturn, Mercury, Pluto, and they are all moving ahead. It's a great month to be implementing all your plans. It's a great month to be taking or making those decisions that you may have been stalling till now. It's also a great month for negotiations. However, we have Uranus that is there in your house of marriage, and it is squaring Saturn that is there in your house of home. And Saturn, whenever it moves to our house of home, it can bring about a sense of responsibility and duty towards people who are there at home. It could be that someone is unwell at home. It could be that a family member is old or is disabled. It can also be that the external display of your concern with your house is no more than the concern of your inner self. And this is something that you will have to deal with right now. It is important, Scorpios, to be clearing up any internal problems and not wait for circumstances to fix or solve them, since if it is not done during this period, they can lead to more complicated situations later on. Now, Uranus over here is going to be pushing you. It's asking you to free yourself from limitations. It's asking you to get away from restrictions, try not to put yourself in a box, not be in a restrictive environment. And especially if you have been thinking for a long time to be changing your job and it's just the comfort factor of being there, maybe this is the time that you stepped away and started something of your own. Your house of relationships is really highlighted this month, Scorpios, and it speaks about seeking a stability, almost a sense of you want a guarantee as far as your relationship is concerned. Uranus carries on being so in this part of your house till about 2025. So things will be turbulent. It can be that, whatever the kind of security that you're seeking, it may seem elusive to you till about 2025. And it can also be that Uranus is going to be, it's going to be pushing you to look at the things which are unconventional, things which are maybe they don't have a tag in the society. It's going to be asking you to open your mind and your heart to a relationship which is unconventional. And Saturn, however, is going to be, maybe there is family pressure. All of you, maybe there is a fear of a society, that what is it that people will think if they come to know. All of that could be there. But Uranus is encouraging you to take a leap of faith this month. It's asking you to not settle for anything less than what you deserve. So try and change, try and reach for the goal that you desire, and try not to let Saturn keep you from doing it, because Saturn is going to be holding you back, trying to keep you away from any kind of change, whether it is internal transformation or it is a career or a financial change. However, a lot of you will instinctively know what is it that you need to be holding and what is it that you need to be releasing in order to be moving ahead. On the 4th April, we have Mercury, and it is moving to your house of day-to-day chores, and it is also the house of your health, and it is joining Sun and Venus. And then on the 12th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of day-to-day chores. So a lot of you will find yourself, maybe you are keen to reinvent yourself physically. Maybe there's been a great weight loss journey. Maybe There's a great strength training journey that you have done. Maybe some of you have completely reinvented yourself physically through sheer hard work or sheer dietary change, or you've been really very careful about your health. Since this also involves your work and your day-to-day chores, it can be that a lot of you could be thinking about a lot of conversations around maybe a renovation, or maybe you need to be changing your place. Some of you could be seeing your environment of work, even though some of you could be working from home. It's important that pay attention to um, pay attention to the space where you're working out from. Try and see that there's not too much of clutter around it. Also, a lot of you are going to be seeking, I think, more exciting things, more stimulating things as far as your work is concerned. There could almost be this sense of stagnation, with the mundane, and you would want to try something new as far as your work is concerned. On the 15th, we have Venus that comes and joins Uranus in your house, which is already there in your house of relationships, both business as well as personal. And on the 20th, we have Sun and Mercury that come and join Venus over here as well. Now, Uranus will keep on pushing you to try out new things, to transform your work, your business relationships as well. For some of you, if you have been seeking a kind of a stability as far as your business relationships is concerned, you will find that you are drawing really eccentric or strange or very creative nonetheless, but people who are very flighty. It'll be quite difficult um, to have them settle down or put them into 9 to 5 kind of a role. So you will have to think of more interesting way as to how it is that you can make the business partnership, so to speak, last. Also, it's a great time for you to be exploring an unconventional way of working. And now, of course, with the pandemic, all of us are working from home. But being more open to, say, someone is already working somewhere and you employ that person for a couple of hours a day, rather than preferring to have that person on board as a full time. But you need to be very flexible, because with Uranus nothing is really guaranteed, especially because this rules your business partnership. So stay as flexible as possible. On the 24th, we have Mars that moves to your house of expansion of the mind, and you could be driven to expand your life in some way. And there's so much out there in the world for you to be experiencing and learning from. You may be, sitting and dreaming of exploring faraway lands, and I don't know whether the travel is going to be possible, in the next couple of months as well. But you could be traveling a lot in your head nonetheless. Try and pick up a new language during this time, Scorpios. Even, in fact, read about different cultures and ethnicities. It's a wonderful time to be going back to school, or even take, I would say, a class. Say you've been interested in pottery, it would be wonderful to be doing an online class on it. A lot of you could feel restless if you force yourself to stick to the traditional ways and your normal routine. So, throw routine out of the window and do something unexpected with this specific transit. Be spontaneous, have a little thrill, no matter how small it is. On the 27th, we have a full moon that is there in your own house, and there could be a lot of self evaluation that you will be doing. I think with the Uranus and the Saturn entire push and pull that is there beginning of which is pretty much the theme of the month, a lot of you are going to be evaluating what is it that I really want out of my relationships for myself. Where is it that I see myself in this relationship? Or do I want to be in a relationship, importantly, or not? Or, how comfortable am I? Or how comfortable my family is going to be, seeing how unconventional my relationship is. So, all that introspection is going to be happening for you around the 21st. On the 28th, we have Pluto that goes retrograde. So that is the time where you can take a pause, you can go inward, and it will all be joining of the dots that is going to be happening. So right from the time of your childhood, maybe some incidents could crop up in your mind, in your head during this time. A lot of you will be also looking at your relationship patterns, how it is that you have been in the past relationships. Maybe some of you are drawn to toxic or relationships, or to relationships which are completely one-sided. And what is it that makes you, operate that way, and why is it that you get attracted to things or to relationships that are unfulfilled, or in some cases why it is that you are the savior in the relationship. So a lot of this Pluto is going to be bringing up with you. Now, what you need to be doing is that rather than sort of getting drowned in the entire, field of emotion that comes up with this, with the Pluto retrograde, you need to be looking back and seeing as to where it is that you can change yourself, or how far that you have come. So look at the Pluto retrograde as lessons in which that you can improve yourself and where you can transform yourself. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Scorpios. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.